still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-away girl to let me. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this game, the 9th that the Jags have played here in London. You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League on the soccer side of things. And this is the 3rd of 3 London games the NFL will play this year. But there is one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich, Germany. The first time a regular season game will be played there. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 34. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Robinson will try to pick it up. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
If I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Robinson with another carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. But a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick-6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Lawrence. A quick throw, but incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down and 2.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Joe, a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Lawrence will throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Screenplay, here's ETN. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the 1st down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the 1st down.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And Ingram hauls it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones with career touchdown number 60. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They go play action with Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Josie Jewell.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Down the left sideline. He's going to have the first down and then some. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wilson will throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle. Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Caught by Jones. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Could be 4 down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Straight ahead, it's Robinson, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 27, Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Coming off of a Pro Bowl season 2020, many of us were stunned when Bradley Chubb had 0 sacks in 2021. That did come in only a 7-game season due to injuries. Cause for some concern.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block the field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the different.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it?
Yep.
Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. To throw is Wilson. Albert Oku waiting on the intended target. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by McManus is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. The field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking games.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Jamal Agnew, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked by Chad Muma. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Jags, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye.
Got so many memories that